The rat tail bounty. When the French took over Vietnam in the early 1900s, they wanted to build a super clean modern city in Hanoi. There was just one massive problem. The sewers were absolutely crawling with rats. To fix this, they made a really simple rule. Bring us a rat tail and the government will give you cash. But the people in charge totally underestimated human hustle. Locals quickly figured out that a dead rat only pays you once, but a live rat pays you forever. So people started catching rats, chopping off their tails for the quick cash, and letting them go right back into the sewers to make more babies. The government literally paid its citizens to breed a massive rat army, making the problem 10 times worse. The license plate ban. To fix crazy traffic jams and bad smog, city officials in places like Bogota and Mexico City came up with what they thought was a genius rule. They banned certain license plates on certain days. If your plate ends in an even number, you legally cannot drive today. Simple math, right? You just cut the cars on the road in half. But they forgot how stubborn people are. Instead of taking the bus, middle-class folks just went out and bought a second, super cheap, smoky junk car with an odd number plate. Traffic didn't get better at all. In fact, the pollution got way worse because suddenly everyone was driving ancient, broken-down garbage cars just to beat the system. The window tax. Back in 1696, the British government desperately needed cash. They wanted to tax the rich, but they didn't want to make the working class mad. So they invented the window tax. The logic was easy. Only rich people have huge houses with lots of windows. So the more windows your building has, the more you pay. But to dodge the bill, greedy landlords who owned massive apartment buildings just grabbed some bricks and completely sealed up the windows of their poor renters. Suddenly, thousands of people were trapped, living in pitch-black rooms with zero fresh air. This stupid tax accidentally caused a massive spike in deadly diseases just because landlords wanted to save a few bucks. The Sparrow Ban. In 1958, the Chinese government declared an all-out war on a tiny enemy, the sparrow. Officials saw sparrows eating grain seeds in the fields, so they ordered everyone in the country to hunt down and wipe out every single sparrow to save the crops. Millions of birds were killed in just a few months, but they really should have checked a biology textbook first. Sparrows eat a little grain, sure, but their main food is actually bugs. Without the birds around to eat them, the locust population absolutely exploded. Giant biblical swarms of bugs ate every single crop in sight, causing one of the worst food shortages in history. The sliced bread ban. During World War II, the U.S. government panicked about military supplies and made one of the most hated rules ever. They banned pre-sliced bread. In 1943, bakeries were told they could only sell whole loaves. The idea was to save the wax paper and the heavy steel used in the factory slicing machines so it could be used to build weapons. The American public lost their minds. Because the bread wasn't sliced at the factory, millions of angry moms rushed to the hardware store to buy massive, heavy steel bread knives so they could cut it at home. This giant panic buying spree actually wasted way more steel than the factory machines ever did. The rule was so wildly unpopular they had to cancel it in just 2 months. The Cobra reward. When the British ruled India, officials were terrified of the deadly cobras roaming the streets of Delhi. To get rid of them, they offered a cash bounty. Bring us a dead cobra, get paid. The locals instantly saw a golden business opportunity. Instead of risking their lives hunting snakes in the wild, they just built secret underground cobra farms right in their houses. They raised thousands of venomous snakes purely to kill and sell to the government. When the British figured out the scam and stopped paying the bounty, the farmers realized the snakes were worthless. So they just dumped thousands of farmed cobras right back into the city streets.